Thanks to Adam Ludwig and Hamala for your support on the channel. If you would like a shout out in these videos early, make sure to check out the join button down below. Last time we saw two time travelers, Gohan and Goten, come back to the main timeline and join our Z Fighters, but they were bombarded with questions. Why were there more androids and what is going on with Goku, with both of them having no idea? Before Goku was too far gone though, Kami and Piccolo gathered the Dragon Balls to remove the heart virus. Finally, we saw a brand new bio-android appear into the past. That wasn't the Cell we know. How will all of this affect the new android saga? Find out all of this and more on the 8th part of What If the Sagas Were Reversed. Goku Kaikai's onto the scene where the Z-Fighters are just mere minutes away from where Krillin left the androids. Future Gohan looks back but instantly turns back around, keeping his eyes forward. Goku asks Krillin what has happened since he has been gone, with him being informed on the current situation. Shortly after, the group lands down where they notice that it seems another android has joined the twins. The group then surround the androids with 17 and 18, saying it looks like they finally got the rest of their attention. The group then instantly go at each other in different pairings. Android 16 goes straight for Goku, with Krillin and Gohan helping out. Future Gohan says he will deal with 17 himself and the rest can deal with 18. Tien says they should split up evenly, with Future Goten saying that Gohan doesn't know how to work well with others. Though our Z-Fighters have faced off against different foes in this telling of events, the androids are much stronger than we expected, with Gohan seeing that these versions of the androids are even stronger than the ones him and his father destroyed in their timeline. In this timeline, with the threat of Super Buu, Jiro paid close attention and gathered a lot of data since all of the fights happened on Earth. The only thing that he lacks data on is the training that's happened the past few years due to most of the Z-Fighters training off-world. The Z-Fighters are having a rough time facing the androids, with it seeming like Future Gohan and Goku's group having the most difficulty. Android 16 seems to not care much about Krillin and Gohan, with him focusing in on Goku, only dealing with the others once they get in the way. Future Gohan and Super Saiyan is on the back foot against Android 17, with the android seemingly being to enjoy himself during the fight. He says he doesn't know who he is, but he's glad he got paired up with him. He thought Goku would be the only one worth fighting, but he was happily surprised. While Tien's group going into Times 10 Kaioken to be even able to stand up with 18, with her seemingly being the most ruthless out of the three androids. Goku and Krillin look at each other, with them knowing what they will need to do to get the others out as quick as possible and regroup. Maybe they can focus on one android at a time and take him out that way. Back on the lookout, Piccolo walks up to Kami asking if he can sense that, with Kami saying he can. He has been trying to focus in on what's going on with the androids, but also has noticed a few disturbances elsewhere. Piccolo says he can go check it out, but doesn't want to leave Kami defenseless in case something happens to him. Kami tells Piccolo that he'll be fine. It seems that the others are planning on coming back anyway, then he makes sure whatever else is doing. Piccolo flies off the lookout, where he lands down outside of a small town where he notices a whole lot of key signatures going away. He lowers his key and sneaks into the town, where he sees something that leaves his stomach churning. Cell just got done turning a man into a sandwich and devouring him. Cell says that he should have enough power to deal with his siblings before he is surrounded with key orbs. Piccolo yells out Hellzone Grenade, with all the key orbs collapsing in on Cell, with the bio-android not being prepared for it. A set of legs with globs all over the ground thing combined back together with Cell reforming. He says he should have known that he would be discovered soon enough, with Piccolo's fears being realized. He then gets a better look at Cell and notices a red ribbon logo. It seems that whatever this creature is, he has some sort of connection with Buu and the androids. He then fires multiple blasts at Cell before taking his leave back to the lookout to inform the rest of the group about the appearance of another Majin threat. Cell is left unscathed from these attacks and says that it should be time to meet his older siblings. Goku and Krillin then do a combined solar flare, with them and Gohan grabbing onto everyone and Kai-Kaiing back to the lookout, with Future Gohan asking why they ran away. They have to deal with the androids now before they do anything. Goku tells his future sons that they were fighting a losing battle. They underestimated the androids and needed to reconvene and figure out a new plan. Future Gohan says he doesn't care what they do, he has to kill the androids before they hurt anyone else, storming off. Goku looks at Future Goten, seeing if he needs to go after him, with Goten looking away. Krillin says he will follow him and make sure to Kai them away if anything gets too dicey, flying off. Kami then rejoins the group, informing them that they might have another threat arising, but he has a plan. They need to go back into the Room of Spirited Time again to be able to deal with this new threat, like when they faced off against Buu. Goku says that Future Gohan is right. They can't waste time training while the others are fighting for their life. They need to somehow get the others enough time to train, with Tien and Yamcha saying that they might have a plan. While training in Otherworld, Tien wanted to see if there was another technique like the one Goku and Krillin used to combine their power against Super Buu. While they were in Otherworld, they met the Metamorans and learned of a technique that is similar that he and Yamcha have trained to do. Goku says that's amazing and says how much time do they think they can keep the androids busy based on their current power. Tien sighs and says that they may be able to grant the team about 30 minutes to an hour. Goku says that he is grateful and says that they will be enough time. He then tells Gohan and future Goten to follow him into the time chamber to hone in on their new Super Saiyan form. Tien and Yamcha fly off, catching up with Krillin and future Gohan just before they restart their attack on the androids. Tien and Yamcha then tell Krillin to be prepared as they do some sort of weird dance. As the flashlight stops future Gohan with a new fighter appearing before them, with Tien Shan saying he'll go after the big guy while they deal with the twins. As the group is about to head into the time chamber, Piccolo arrives back onto the lookout in a huff, quickly telling the group about Cell. Kami says how can this creature have Majin Buu abilities with him trying to figure it all out. Piccolo says that it seems he is going after the androids, with Kami being scared for the group that just left. Tiancha flies into battle with him creating 2 Neo Spirit Balls, using them to whack the large android into the ground, with Tiancha thinking that he wants to get this done as quick as possible to help out with the twins. He then jumps up high into the air as he swirls 2 halves of a triangle around, yelling out Kami Tri Beam, firing a beam that causes a crater into the earth. He then fires off 1 more beam, forcing the large android further down into the earth. He then thinks that should be enough to take him out, as he joins the fight against 17 and 18. With his help, Krillin and future Gohan are able to keep up with the twins. Krillin and Tiancha are pushing Android 18 into a corner before they notice someone else joining in on the fight. Cell appears, and while 18 is preparing to attack the fusion, is attacked herself from behind. Krillin goes to stop whatever is happening, but sees 18 get turned into a hamburger. Cell then devours the thing whole, with his power skyrocketing. The group, including Android 17, turns around to see that Cell is transformed into a semi-perfect state, with his power being even scarier than when 16 was just moments before. Even Tiancha isn't sure if he could possibly take the creature on by himself, telling the rest of them to run while he buys them some time. Krillin tells future Gohan and 17 to grab onto his hand, with both of them not being hesitant. Krillin then grabs onto both of them and Kai's away, with Cell trying to fire off a beam with Tiancha getting in the way. Tiancha thinks to himself that he should have a couple more minutes in this fusion, with him using that great deal of energy to deal with 16 and 18. He then yells out Kaioken and heads full force into the semi-perfect Cell. Back on the lookout, Krillin appears with Kami, with him telling the Guardian that what's going on. Kami asks why he brought the android here, with Krillin saying Cell seems to want them to transform like he did with 18. Android 17 is confused by all this, saying that they wants to get revenge for 18, but Krillin says that he can't fight that monster. Future Gohan places his hand on 17's chest, saying he can fix all this right now by killing 17, with Krillin asking what Gohan is even saying. Future Gohan powers up an attack, with the group yelling out before he is stopped by a bright light and 3 people coming out of the time chamber. Goku, Gohan, and future Goten all come out in Super Saiyan Grade 2, also known as the Super Vegeta form, but we're just going to call it the Super Saiyan Grade 2. With their power being a huge deal compared to what it was just earlier today. Goku asks what's going on, with 17 seeing his chance to escape. Future Gohan is enraged, saying that he lost his chance to finally get his revenge. Goku gets the current situation from Kami and Krillin, saying that he'll go face Cell as the group Kai's away. Just a quick break to do some power scaling real quick. I would say both future Goten and Gohan are at the top of the leaderboard, with either of them being able to take that first place spot. Just below them in 3rd place we have Goku after training with the 2 of them in the time chamber. Right in 4th place we have future Gohan, who was the top dog until the group entered the time chamber. As for Tiancha, I would say he is around Super Saiyan Grade 2 Goku, maybe a bit higher in his base form, and then of course once he reaches levels of Kaioken, he can be upwards and higher above all of that. The 3 Grade 2 Super Saiyans laying down where Tien and Yamcha have defused and are barely able to stand against Semi-Perfect Cell. He says that it seems the main course has arrived, with him readying up to face the 3 of them. Will the 3 Sun family members be able to face off against Semi-Perfect Cell? Will Cell capture Android 17 and unlocks its new perfect form? Find out next time on What If the Sagas Were Reversed. With that, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below your favorite part. And if you want to see these videos early, make sure to check out the join button down below. With that, I hope you have a great rest of your day and week, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.